10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Beauty Business Reset. I am here with my partners in crime, Derek Hall and Andrew, who is in a fantastic salon in New York again. We are lucky enough to have Sheila Wilson with us and my very good friend. What probably secretly, well, it's going to be a call that's recorded. So Anna is one of my absolute favorites. She's the artistic director for Intercoiffure. I was adopted into the hair industry 10 years ago, even though my wife has been in much longer, which I'm not allowed to say how long. But Anna was my very first hair show I ever went to ever. And I've probably had the pleasure of seeing her 10 different times all over the world, from Iceland to Parma to San Francisco to crazy. So, and she's obviously she's very sweet, but we've become friends over this time, and I'm so happy that she's here to talk to you guys about Intercoiffure membership. But Sheila, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about what it means to be part of Intercoiffure?
You know, if you're looking for a community of people that are as passionate and caring and just hungry to learn and willing to share, I don't think you can find any group better than Intercoiffure. There's so many people, when you ask what is the best thing about your industry, when they've been a member of Intercoiffure, say the best thing is that I joined Intercoiffure, because it definitely is it is the only organization for salon owners. There's a lot of groups that salon owners belong to, but this is a special group. It's been around for years and years, and it's global. And not only do we share within our own America Canada membership, but we have all the other sections, which are 43 countries around the world that unite, and we stay so connected. And Anna I had the pleasure as being president to ask someone to be my artistic director, and who better than Anna PACITTO? She is brilliant. She's great. She's creative. I just marvel at her talent. And we, as Intercoiffure members, get to sit and watch her work and become friends with her. And we've had that legacy of other artistic directors as well. But it is about that sharing. It is about that special uniting and passing on the passion and the joy of this industry to each other. So, yeah, Anna, it's been a thrill watching you work.
Well, you both managed to make me blush. How's that? And way too kind. I thank you. Thank you so much for your kind words. It is indeed a big pleasure and honor to have this role, and I am forever grateful. And I haven't been a member for very long, but it has brought so much to me to be part of such an elite group of hairdressers that get together and share their ideas, their dreams, their issues, their problems. Just make us feel more solid as a group of professionals, that are so in love with this industry. But it has definitely brought me a lot of joy, pleasure, and positivity for sure.
Yeah, it's funny that I mean, listen, like I said, I've seen Anna do crazy things with magnets, and I think Circus Act was one, which I can't believe that was for brand, but that was probably one of the craziest. I don't even know. She cut somebody's hair upside down, basically, in one of those circle things that you'd see on like a America's Got Talent, or you guys probably have Canada Has Talent out there too, right? They franchise these things out. But really, realistically, one of the greatest things is even the avant-garde stuff that I've seen Anna present on stage. She always talks a little bit about how to do some modification to bring it back into your salon. Not that you're going to do crazy wigs and things like that, but when she's doing technical, I felt so bad. Last time I saw her was in Parma, and she had no mic. And another, first of all, I should probably sidebar and say, not only is Anna fantastic in what she does, and she's a beautiful person, but her team is killer. I think every major platform artist that's out there should probably look at her team and say, don't give anybody's email address. They're going to try to steal all of them. But
Yeah.
she's got a fantastic team of people behind her too, which they always do have people behind them. But she's got a beautiful team. And my friend Rock LeMay, who has given me my hair color formulation that I have on my head that's probably washed out because it's been almost 3 months since Parma. Actually held the mic for her while she was cutting. So adaptability, by the way, that's the fourth time I've seen Anna on stage and the mic went out on her. And she's always got somebody at the ready, not just to sweep hair and help her out, but to jump in with the microphone and do it. So your team is killer, Anna.
Thank you so much. I forgot about that circus act. That was LA when I did someone's hair while she was hanging from a trapeze. But and it wasn't a question of course there's a show factor, but I really needed that head to be upside down for me to create that head. So it wasn't just, okay, let's just do this crazy thing. And I said, well, in order for me to obtain this look, I need her head to be upside down. So the whole idea of the trapeze and the circus act came
Well,
together.
I laugh. I was a guest at Intercoiffure in Anna's transition, and I had met Van Council mildly in the past. This is all before COVID, and we did the show and things. And Van is also an awesome person and fantastic. So I had seen him at the show. We were a guest. My wife Angela just became a member or was in the process thereof. So I said to Van, I said, "Oh, who's gonna be the next person?" He's like, "Oh, it might be somebody you know," and he joked around on the way in. That's before I actually knew you were going to be. And Van's last show, he had, I don't know, like T-shirt launchers with smoke, like they do at the stadiums and things like that. And I said, "Wow, how's anyone going to top this?" And then Anna comes in with magnets, like a
Yeah.
wizard, and she's doing hair with magnets and crazy. So you did good.
But the
But
one thing that I do want to bring out is, as talented and creative as she is, her fundamental basic understanding of hairdressing is as solid as anybody. She cuts, her coloring is to perfection. And the only way she can break some of the rules and present some of the artistic side are the creative, editorial looks. She has to know those fundamental basics. And that's what is so beautiful about her. She just doesn't get up there and throw the hair up and add magnets and upside down just for show. She actually could duplicate anything that she does again and again and again, which is so amazing and rare.
Well, and I have to be honest. And listen, Anna, you know that you're obviously, I can't say my favorite. It's like I have 3 kids, so I have to say like I like you all the same. But we were in Parma, and we were with the business. So I'm a business trainer for the same line, but I can't do hair because you probably don't want me to. Otherwise, I just make everybody bald and do tattoos on them maybe. But we were at a dinner, and we were in the same restaurant, and we were with someone that was new. She was from New Orleans, and she said, "Gosh, I can't wait to meet Anna and see her work." And she was just so enamored. And you happen to be in the same restaurant, um, and with your team and everybody else. And we've met a bazillion times, so I know that you're accessible and easy and fun. And she said, "Oh, she's over there." And I said, "I'll ask her to come over and introduce you." And she's like, "Oh my God, don't do that." And she was so like afraid. And I said, "No, she's so beautiful, not just in her work, but as a person." And what did I do? I came over and I said, "Hey, everybody, sorry to bother you." I said, "Do me a favor, can I steal you for a second?" And she was, the rest of the night, all she talked about was like, "Oh my God, I got to meet somebody like you." And listen, I know you can do, you're a salon owner, you work distributor wise, you do so much stuff. And I know that it's got to be so difficult, but I love the fact that you're able to do crazy things that are avant-garde, but still grounded enough to say, all right, it's got to come full circle in this. And there's not a lot of people. You're unique. You know, I'm a unicorn in what I do, and I don't do hair. You are definitely a bigger unicorn than I am.
You know, the reason I started doing avant-garde is simply because, I mean, I think all of you who are hairdressers can relate to this. Hairdressers in general, or artists in general, get bored easily. And in order, you know, for me to stay interested and you know, look forward to a new way of doing things, I need to break the boundary and I need to go forward and above, just to keep myself interested and motivated. But then you never have to forget that you have to bring it back, and you have to figure out how this crazy type of hair, this avant-garde type of hair, could relate to salon work. And it needs, you know, it needs to relate to salon work. And, you know, and why do we do this? Because we need to be productive in our salons. And to be productive in our salons, we need to be passionate. So we always need to look for something that keeps us interested, motivated, passionate. So that's why, you know, I take that extra step. And I know, you know, all hairdressers do it in their own way. You know, I have, you know, the fortune to, I'm really, really lucky to be able to express myself on stage. But if it's not on a stage, maybe it's with, you know, shootings or anything that will spark your motivation and interest in order to keep you, you know, really motivated about working in this industry. Because I think everybody can relate that we sometimes get bored in salon work, right?
Listen,
Right.
if I'm ever gonna write a spy novel, I'm gonna have to steal Isabelle Lachance. I'm gonna have to
No, you
steal her
don't.
name for
No,
the.
you don't.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine now. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
But so
Well,
so Andrew, jump in for a second because
Yes.
Andrew has been in the business for a long time and has been with a lot of salons and worked with a lot of salons. What is something that you can say about the avant-garde side? I know, like I said, Anna brings it back full circle, but I know that you love hair so much. Like, what do you really love about the avant-garde side?
I love what Anna just said because it's the truth. And any great hairdresser will tell you that, you know, the day to day, they can kind of do it in their sleep, but we don't want to sleep through life, do we? We want to come with full energy, integrity, passion every day. And to do that, we need to stimulate ourselves. And I've had the good fortune of working with some tremendous hairdressers, legendary hairdressers, and they all did it. Just go back in the work, you know, in Vidal's work. Really go back. You know, we see it's amazing. They teamed up with photographers, etc. I worked with a French guy, Jean-Louis David, and I knew his Jean-Louis's mind. And when the punks on in the UK, and Jean-Louis was French, were doing their thing, he extracted the mohawk and he commercialized the mohawk, and then he brought tools in to do it, and everything was modified, obviously, for regular streetwear. But any greatness comes from taking risks, knowing your business really well, knowing the fundamentals, because you can't do that really if you don't know your stuff. You can't, it just doesn't work. You can't duplicate it, as Sheila said, and you don't even know when it's great. You just don't know. And great hairdressers are always pushing the envelope way out there. And I can say that this salon has trapeze over every station. It's amazing.
Wow. Okay.
just in case someone has that moment where there's something they can't do without having the client be upside down. But
Do you think Andrew? Do you think they should say, like, do you want a right side up haircut or an upside down? Like, oh no, I want right side up. It's like, well, that's about $100 more, unless you want to. Can you get them to go upside down?
But you know what I mean. Everyone here knows what I mean. And that's a great thing about the International Haircutting Month. It will stimulate you, the audience, and anyone who gets involved to do those things, to push the envelope, to not worry so much about it. Just do it. Do it. Live it. Be it. It's, as I said, well, I think it's the greatest profession in the world, and it's probably the only place in the world that's left where we can truly express ourselves and get out of the mundane day-to-day rut that everyone's in. And you bring magic into people's lives, and you bring magic into their lives, like Walt Disney said, through hard work. So Anna, I applaud you for all the hard work that's behind the great work that you do, truly.
Thank you, Andrew. So well said. I agree with everything you just said. And the good thing about a group like Intercoiffure is that if you don't have the opportunity to express yourself in that creative way, at least you come together and watch someone else do it. And that alone, I think, stimulates you and motivates you and gets you excited about this industry. And you go back and, you do your own version or your own thing. Even if you learn how to not do something, you already learned something and you're already motivated to go forward. But it is, like I said, it's life-changing career-wise, and not only career-wise, because it brings so much to everyone, to your soul, to be able to relate to other hairdressers who are living the same type of life and dream and work ethics that you are. And, it just, like I said, it's just positive.
Well,
all
and
around.
that's a great point, is that you may not want to do avant-garde on your clients, but this post, I can't wait. I promise all of you, 2023, I'm going to call COVID by its code name. I'm not going to say the word ever again. I've already said after the new year, I'm going to call it whatever the new version of the virus is, because it's so annoying. But so many hairdressers that we know in our group, and you guys watching, you lost staff. You're having a hard time finding new staff. You're going through all the same things, and just outages in terms of product from your distributors. There was so many things that we went through as aftershock of this that people didn't realize, and clients care-ish, right? But the reality of it is, for you to be back and empowered and love the industry, Intercoiffure is a great way to go in. And I mean, listen, the first time that I went, Sam Villa and I had never met, and I'm just mentioning Sam Villa. I walked in and I said to my wife, I'm like, oh wow, it's Sam Villa. Like, I was like, oh my God, it's him right next to me. And he turns around and he says, hey, can you hold this girl's camera so we can take a picture with her staff? So my very first interaction with somebody like Sam was that I held the camera phone for him to take a photo. But the entire event is built around, yes, you're enamored when you get there, but the camaraderie that's there, just the connection overall. I mean, listen, we're in a business of connecting with people, but when you have clients all day long, yes, you have a different connection. When you can connect with hairdressers, with salon owners that are really interested in saying, listen, I'm never going to do that hair on a client, but man, it just empowered me to how great my industry is. And that's what I always look at to you. I listen, and we know I'm going to try to get some of our friends on future shows that Anna and I are friends with that do some crazy stuff. But the reality of it is, when you see people that are enamored with the business that can do avant-garde and fun stuff and things like that, because that's sort of the outlet, right? If the Stephen Moody will always say, right, shoulder to short type of thing. Yeah, you want to encourage your clients to do something different, but at the same time, you need to make sure that you're there to make money and you're going to do your 4-week single processes and all that. Intercoiffure is a great way to get an outlet for you as a stylist or a salon owner that has experience, just to hang out with other people that are like, yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. You're going for inspiration. You're going to be able to rub elbows with some of the greatest stylists in the world for sure. But it's another avenue for you that's a little bit different, because there's a criteria and it's structured in a certain way that you're going to be with your people. And I love that about it.
Yes. It's amazing when you walk into a room of your peers, and it's very emotional. But I want to say this right now about Anna before we leave. Not only is she a great hairdresser, but she is a great human being for all of the young women that are coming into our industry to emulate. If they want to be successful, and not lose that kindness. I mean, it's just this whole package that is, if I had a daughter, I would say, this is the person, if you want to be in this industry, to emulate, because you have everything in us. So thank you so much for being an intercoiffure, but also being our artistic director and carrying your message of kindness and passion and hairdressing to the world. You're great.
Oh, way too kind. Thank you, Sheila, for allowing me to be to be artistic director, and I will forever be grateful. Thank you.
Anna, listen, you know that you know that I love what you do, and I know you know that I love you as a person. Think you're fantastic, but you guys should check out her work. I saw her in Parma. I saw some things. I saw some secret things that she's going to be doing in October in Intercoiffure, which I would have thought if you asked me 2 years ago, I would have said there's no way she can find something new to do without lighting people's hair on fire. She's found other ways to do hair. Always an inspiration, Anna, and really, I know that you're blushing and you're in Florida, so you got a little bit of sun kissed from being from Montreal. But listen, you are always an inspiration. Everybody appreciates you. I'm so glad that you're part of Intercoiffure. Anna we needed a sponsor for Angela, my wife, to join Intercoiffure. We didn't have anybody we knew locally, and I sent her a message and I said, would it be weird? Would you be okay with it? And she's like, of course. And I didn't realize that it's like when you put your application in and it shows who your sponsor is, they probably were like, how does she know this person? Like, but guys, look into it. If you need help with it, we're gonna put the hashtags up to join Intercoiffure. I swear, if you need any help with understanding how to apply, it's relatively easy. We can help you structure that. We can help you do it. Obviously, we know Sheila, we know Anna. Thank you so much for being with us. We look forward to seeing any of you that are going to come out in October. And Anna, thank you so much for joining us. But I always say this is your first time on the show. So you owe one. Sheila's been on about 100 times already, so she's fine. You owe one.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime, you just call me and I'll be there.
I'm going to dig out that LA video of the circus act because I almost feel like even the music was like, I need to understand how you plan that, because that's going to be a whole separate show, because it was crazy and awesome and beautiful.
Yeah.
So we need to do that show again for Intercoiffure then, right?
Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
I like the idea.
Yes.
Have to get the
I
New
do
York
too.
Union. Listen, the New York Union's going to have to get involved in putting up a trapeze, which might be out of the budget for Intercoiffure. So
It was something in LA. It was something to get that done for sure. But again,
So
thank you for
Anna,
making me feel so good.
Anna says intercoiffure so beautifully. I've tried so hard to have that little Frenchy sound. It doesn't happen from the southern point of it, but we all say intercoiffure differently. But it doesn't matter how we say it. It still comes back down to being part of a community who loves the industry, and the best of the best.
I love it. I love it. Anna, thank you so much. Sheila, always great to see you. Andrew, the smiling face in New York again. We absolutely love it. And Derek, always a good pleasure to see you too. Guys, thank you so much. Make sure you check out the hashtags, and anything to do with the websites for Intercoiffure will be listed. We'll make sure that we put Anna's personal information up online so you can contact her directly. I'm only kidding. We'll just put her website so you guys can check out some of her great work. But guys, thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank
Bye.
See you. Bye now.
you. Sheila, everyone. Bye-bye.